Welcome back to In the Wind Tarot. That last read had so many people in it, and my camera cut off. I ran out of memory, so I've cleaned up my memory, and I've taken those the like 9 people that were involved in that last read, and I've laid them out into an order here, where it looks like these 3 are kin because they are in the Cup family. They're related closely in some way. And the King and Queen of Pentacles are a match. And if you'll remember, the King of Swords was blocked and cut off, and the Knight of Wands was possibly going to be sent into the Empress. And I don't know if the Empress and High Priestess are the same person. Maybe you are one of those and you know another person like that. I would hope so with all this going on. But it may be that all of these different people see the same person as either an Empress or a High Priestess. Maybe some of them don't know that you're intuitive. Maybe they just think that you have your life together really well. But at any rate, we're going to try and find out more about what these people are doing. The Queen of Pentacles was waiting for an answer or some information from the King of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. So let's just go forward and find out. Let's start with the King of Cups. He didn't really speak out much last time. And like I've told you, it's been raining here for 3 months, so the gnats are just impossible. Well, that was awfully quick. That's an awful lot, too, to start out with. Okay, King of Cups, what is your part in this plan? What is your part in this, this bunch of friends and family, associates? What is your part, King of Cups? Can you tell us? This setup's a little awkward. I'll probably change it. You are in stagnation. That's kind of the whole energy on this whole thing. That I had not read for a couple of days because the same group of people had shown up and they were pretty much just side-eyeing each other, waiting for somebody else to do something. So the King of Cups is in stagnation. About what? And how might you get out of it? Have you got any plans? Do you have any plans, King of Cups? Or are you just going with the flow? Well, that's some of the first ones that flipped out in that great big bunch. Ace of Wands. Your business is stagnant. You're getting clarity. This one says torment. Stress, and completion. Okay, your business is stagnant, but you're getting clarity on why your hands are tied, why you're stressed, and the completion. That's the 4 of Wands. Because of your marriage, because of a union. You're stressed and you're getting clarity about this group of 4. Looks like maybe these 4 that you've joined up with. Okay. So, let's see. The King and Queen of Pentacles. What are you guys doing out here? What are you... Seems like the Queen of Pentacles may be the schemer and scammer, the one with the big plans. They are worried about, well, they have some negative thinking about a vision quest. Perhaps you've started on your, changed your life in some way, and they're having some negative thinking about that. And so they would like you to maybe change your focus towards a Knight of Wands. Maybe. Let's find out more. Negative thinking, vision quest, King and Queen of Pentacles. Well, how would that affect the King and Queen of Pentacles? Why do they have negative thinking about anything you're doing? King and Queen, can you tell me? One of you. King of Pentacles, you tell me. Why are you involved in this? Is there some quality, characteristic, some part of your life that is negatively affected by someone going on their vision quest? You know, sometimes maybe going off to college, you may want to be do something that maybe your parents don't want you to do. Maybe that has something to do with this. Your vision quest will give you insight. And they have negative thinking about you getting some insight into what, please? Insight into what? What insight what do they want to keep hidden? What do they want to keep hidden? There we go. They want to keep the Mother of Earth and the Grandmother hidden. Let's see if anything else popped out here. It looks like they want to keep someone's mother and grandmother hidden. Oh, wait, here's one. The small medicine wheel. Cycle. Completion. A small Okay. They have negative thinking about your vision quest because it will give you insight into a mother and a grandmother and a path. What path was that? A path of change. That's the Two of Pentacles. A path of a decision, a financial decision. Can you tell me how the grandmother, the mother, the queen, the mother is the Queen of Pentacles. It is her and her mother and what they did for change. What did they do? What did the Queen of Pentacles and Grand Queen of Pentacles do? What is their secret? What is their secret, please? This secret. With the mother and the grandmother. May we have more, please? They interfered. What did they interfere with, please? I'm going to take a peep at this one. The Queen of Swords and the Fool. Who's the King of Swords? Okay. They interfered in the Queen of Swords and the Fool and their growth. Oh dear. Growth through oppression, by the Page of Cups for some time with will and determination. So it appears that the Queen of Pentacles and her mother took steps and made a financial decision to interfere with perhaps a romance that they didn't agree with between these two, the Fool. Or perhaps they took interference, they interfered with the Queen of Swords direction, her new direction, with her will, by testing her will, her endurance. For the Page of Cups, for oppressing the growth of the Page. Oh, her endurance of love. Oh, okay. So they interfered with her. They took steps to interfere, which is the the Eight of Air. They took steps to imprison her. To imprison her and oppress her growth and her love and her endurance and her will. Why did they do that? One more, please. Why did they do that? What is the point? What is the point? What was their point to do that? Because of the Lovers. Okay. So, looks like the King and Queen of Pentacles did not want the Queen of Swords to be with a particular person, so they put her through the mill. Well, that's sad. The King of Cups is seeing that his friends and surroundings have caused a stress to completion of his enterprises. Who is the Son of Water? Who is the Son of Water? Why is the Son of Water here? Son of Water is the Son of Fire. So Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups. Oh. We have very young men and this Queen of Swords. Maybe she has children by two different people. Can we get some more information and clarity on what's going on here with this King and Queen of Pentacles? The Queen of Pentacles' mother, the Queen of Swords, and why they're oppressing her over this lover. Loss. Okay. It looks like they wanted to cause her some loss. And I'm going to try another set of cards, see if we can get something, a little bit more clarification out of that. Some people are like that, though. If they don't like the person, if they don't think that you should be with someone, they will definitely go out of their way to create trouble. Usually, though, for a family member. And we have not seen a Knight or a Page of Pentacles show up anywhere. And originally the Queen of Pentacles was wanting to see what the other men were thinking about sending a Knight of Wands into the Empress. Who's the Queen of Swords? That is the question. Is she the Empress? Because, you know, the Empress does contain all of the queens. I think this is still kind of occluded as to what's going to happen. But let's see what's going to be the outcome of this. Apparently, they've been doing this. They caused her a lot of problems, stress for the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is sometimes a legal kind of person of some kind. Again, we have Lovers. And the Ace of Wands. Huh? The beginning, just like with the Fool. So she started off with a lover that they did not like. Why is it their business? Why is the King and Queen of Swords, Pentacles, making this their business, what the Queen of Swords is doing? That was too many. Looks like because the Knight of Swords lied about the Page of Cups. The Knight of Swords was confused, was occluded, was hidden. So the Page of Swords was confused about the Page of Cups. Oh. What'd the Knight of Swords say? I think he said they were lovers. That's what I'm thinking. Knight of Swords. That's the Hermit in reverse. So, Knight of Swords, Hermit, Four of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Is not looking inside, holding on to what he said, and focusing on what is lost. The Knight of Swords is going to come clean about his confusion. or, the moon can be confusion, hidden things. He's under judgment and been left out in the cold for his magic that he did. Okay, looks like there's been a big lie, and the King and Queen of Pentacles took action to cause the Queen of Swords a lot of trouble over this lie about her lover. Okay, well, I hope this isn't anyone in the collective, but it's bound to be since it's a general read. And if this has happened to you, need to get your name cleared publicly, because those little rumors, they can get going and they never, ever, ever stop. And you'd like to have some documentation, in my opinion. And I am not a lawyer, but I bet a lawyer could tell you what to do, because it looks like some loss has happened here over that situation. So let's go back to the King of Cups. He wasn't really wanting to tell us a thing about what he's doing, just that business is bad and he's stressed out. Okay, King of Cups, you find yourself with all of these people. Yes, you find yourself here. Why? So you're stressed and your business isn't doing well. Why not? What has happened? What hand have you played in this mess, sir? Mr. King of Cups. You're on a new path with some money to the Queen of Swords, and you're going to help her grow. So you must have been in on this in some way. How were you in on it? We've skipped a whole part here, you see, sir. We've skipped a part. Your business is bad and you're sad and stressed. So you're going to come give the Queen of Swords some money and invest. Help her grow. But what did you do? What happened in the meantime, in the between times? The King of Cups, it was the Page of Cups that was being talked about with the Queen of Swords. Eight of Cups. You've dealt with it emotionally and you're walking away from the situation. We understand that, but we would still like to know. The spirits would like to know what the King of Cups was up to. What did he do? Oh, he's sad about what he did. And he is also under judgment because I took a lot of options against who he sees now as the Queen of Cups, because it was confused, occluded. So he did a lot of things. We have 7 cups he was choosing from. He had a lot of options. But no, he doesn't really want to talk about what he did. He would like to bring you some change. It'd be nice if that was spiritual change. Okay, so King of Cups, thank you for your story. That was, you believed apparently that the Queen of Swords had been with the Page of Cups in some way. Here he is. Here's the Page of Cups. Get over here with your group. And you're done as well. Okay, you guys are all together. Happy as little can be. Now this Knight of Cups. Let's try another set of cards. Knight of Cups, you're a young one. Why are you here? Why are you here? I'm looking for a set. Knight of Cups, how are you? You are the Knight. You are not the Page. You're the older relative of the Knight of Cups and a younger relative of the King of Cups. So what was your doings? Why are you here? I mean, I can understand if you think something like that's going on, but why are you here, Knight of Cups? Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. You're in the Four of Cups. You've been offered something, you're not interested. No. You were not interested, and so they chose the Knight of Wands. Okay, probably. Let's see. That's what I'm getting. Knight of Cups. What's going on here? Knight of Cups. Excuse me. Knight of Cups. Oh, yes, you were the Knight of Cups that was going to be coming in to work on something because you were Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Swords and Nine of Swords. You've had an illumination about the Knight of Cups. You've had an illumination about yourself. And what is that illumination? What's your illumination? Man, I'm janky on my dealing. I'll take that one. Oh, you've gone into Hermit. So you're not going to play with these folks anymore. Okay. Good choice. So we go over here to the Knight of Wands. You are going to be sent in. What happened? Are you still planning on going? You've had a tower. While you were on your way. So you do not expect the Knight of Wands to be coming in. He faced a tower. What was this tower? Oh, I gotta take all that's a big giant pack, but this one come flying out. Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, we see her sitting there. Everything she needs, she has. That was about 10 cards. What was this tower? Nine of Pentacles. Maybe the tower was that he was confused about this person being self-sufficient. And that she had left because she had been stabbed in the back. Okay, so he doesn't want to play anymore. Good choice. Okay, what about you? King of Swords. I want to get a freshie for him. King of Swords, you're off by yourself. The original one, you were blocked. Oh, no. No, too many came out of there. Let's go back to the Scarpini. Scarpini. King of Swords, come and talk to us. You were blocked. But, were you glad? I would have been. I've been over there having me a cup of coffee, watching this. What are y'all doing? King of Swords. Can you tell us? What are you doing out on the table? Why were you in the wind for us to catch? Y'all get over here. You blocked him. Get away. There you go. King of Swords. What is your story in this menagerie? King of Swords. All right. This humidity really plays heck with my cards. And I keep them all put up in a box and everything, but it's crazy. Guess I need to get a dehumidifier. All right, King of Swords, come see us. What do you have to say for yourself? You may not have much to say since you've been blocked, but you know something. King of Swords is often, there again, the sword is using the voice, using your words in a concise, clear manner, using your knowledge, your integrity. You clear the good from the bad. You see things clearly. So, how'd you get blocked? I'm just playing. You don't want to talk, do you? Talk to us. Come on. You know it's all on the table. King of Swords. Knight of Wands. What about King of Swords, Knight of Wands? What about King of Swords, Knight of Wands? Ah, that was way too many. That one wasn't. The Empress. And so here you come. You notice here that the Empress in the Scarpini deck is 3, and in your Rider-Waite is 2. I think the Scarpini deck goes more along with the lines of the Thoth, I think. I'm not sure. I haven't actually compared them. I don't have any of those. I laugh because I was thinking I'm just like a lot of Midwesterners. You heard of Aleister Crowley. You were like, oh, no. No, thank you. No, thank you. Back in the day, way before the internet, that's really changed so much for all of us. You're in the Four of Swords because you spun the Wheel of Fortune with the Knight of Pentacles. And put you in the Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands. These are two different people. What about that? Okay, the King of Swords is there. He's on the table because the Knight of Wands and the Empress are now in the Four of Swords. Concerning their Wheel of Fortune with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, these are two separate people. The Empress spun the Wheel of Fortune with the Nine of Pentacles, which left her in the Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands, or maybe left both of them in that. Still doesn't tell us about the Knight of Wands and the King of Swords. You're telling us about the Empress and the Knight of Pentacles. We need to know about you guys. What's up with you two? Sometimes it's like pulling teeth. That's an old saying. I think they pull them pretty quick now. All right. Why is the King of Swords and the Knight of Wands here? Of course. Because their relationship is occluded, is hidden, and they're heartbroken. Is it still hidden? One more card, and I won't ask for more. Is it still hidden? I guess it's on the tarot table, right? It's in the wind. For them to be heartbroken, I would say it's probably in public. Yes. The Lovers. Nine of Pentacles. Their happiness has been exposed to the Queen of Wands. I'm sorry, guys. It's, I think the hiding things is always the problem because they do come out. I think that is mainly the problem, is that it was hidden. Most people don't care, and those that do don't count. Don't we say that? Okay, so the Empress and the Knight of Pentacles took a spin, and it didn't work out. So, we'll read on both of these, the Empress and the Knight of Pentacles, because maybe the Empress and the Knight of Pentacles are watching, probably with this conflict separately, but they may well be watching, and I don't want to play favorites. And you see here, the Empress. The Empress here. Yes. And the High Priestess. Okay, the numbers, that's interchangeable. Okay, gotcha. Oh no, that is the Empress is 3, and the Empress is 3, and those. So those are the same. I don't know. I don't remember if that's what I was talking about earlier or not. At any rate, let's see what's going on here with the Empress, High Priestess. Empress, High Priestess. I'm going to try different cards. I get more of a masculine feeling from the Scarpini deck. All right, I'm going to try the Da Vinci deck. I really enjoy tarot. They're kind of like my buddies after a while. One more time. Even the ornery ones, the bad ones, they're my buddies. So what are you still doing that for? All right, let's start with the Knight of Coins. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. You took a spin with an Empress and it didn't work out. What happened? Where are we at now? Where are you at now, sir? With your family? You're with your family. Oh, were you married? Is that why it didn't work out? Okay, well, good for you. What about the Empress High Priestess? Where are you at right now? Empress High Priestess, where are you at? Empress High Priestess, what are you doing besides emperring and high priestessing? You are being respected. These are kind of hard for me to see. I'm going to go back and write over them so they'll be bolder. You're being respected by an emperor who would like a union. A union of the Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands, with the Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands. And so they can make water. How funny, Ace of Cups. Isn't that nice? So you're being respected by an emperor. Okay, I guess we should find out more about this emperor now. But you are being respected by an emperor who would like to join up with you. So, I'll do my little Spanish. I ordered these cards. It's got the signs and chakras and all that on it, and I ordered them, but I didn't realize they're in Spanish. So I'm learning a few Spanish words now. So we'd like to know about the emperor. I bet you'd like to know about the emperor especially. All these other people seem like they were just making mess. Over a lie. And everybody jumped in on it. I bet they didn't even come talk to you about it, did they? No. No, I bet they didn't. So, okay, so you're back home with your family. You can leave the board. get all these energies off of here while we talk about our Emperor who sees the Empress up. Unfortunately, that's kind of not great, but maybe he'll change. He sees the Empress High Priestess as a Queen of Wands, which, okay, that's... And he is an Emperor, so he probably has a lot larger understanding than your average page or knight. Bosha, come on now, get in here. But I do wish he saw her as the Empress. That would just be perfect, sweet, and wonderful. But let's see what happens. Of course, in the beginning of something, you may just think, my goodness, so attractive. He'd like to make a union with the Queen of Wands. Let's find out more about the Emperor. Emperor, why are you here? Think you found a Queen of Wands? Why are you just suddenly showing up here at the last minute? Not that we're complaining, no. Just, what's going on? Why? Where have you been? You've been up. Ace of Wanting. Where have you been? What are you doing? What are you planning on doing? What's your story? Emperor? Emperor? What's your story, Emperor? Patience. Some read this as a blockage, but mostly it's patience to me. You'd have to be pretty patient standing there doing that all day. And probably night. Emperor. Emperor. I have no idea why I am wanting some chili right now. The Emperor's in the Ten of Swords. Why? What happened? Why are you in the Ten of Swords, honey? What happened with you? Tower? No. Okay. Sacrifice. Defend. Loss. Emperor. Ace of Swords. He feels terrible because he's had to sacrifice and defend from somebody. Probably this whole pack of people over here. And he's lost 3. He's lost at least 3. Which would be the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Cups. Or maybe it's the Cup family he lost. The King of Cups, Knight of Cups, and Page of Cups. But at any rate, he is doing what he must be done. And he is cutting away the good from the bad. And what can we expect? How does he feel about this? What can we expect he'll do? Is he going to do anything with this Empress, High Priestess, Queen of Wands? He is going Queen of Cups, Chariot, Queen of Pentacles, studying a message, leaving sorrows behind, completing a cycle, Brokenhearted Hierophant. I was asking what the Emperor is going to do. I don't know, but it looks like the Queen of Cups, the wife of the King of Cups, is going to go to the Queen of Pentacles, and she's going to give her some money so she can leave and go somewhere. And they're brokenhearted. At the group. Organized, authoritative group. So what is the Emperor going to do, though? Emperor, Queen of Wands. He's going to leave his sorrows behind. So we don't know when we'll hear from him. Any idea? Any idea when the collective will hear from the Emperor? Remember, if you identify with any of this and all of this mess is going on, always seek professionals. Don't run and lose it, you know. That never helps anything. Oh, the King of Swords. He's going to leave sorrows behind with the King of Swords. He's going to leave sorrows behind by consulting with the King of Swords, who can be an attorney or something like that, and offer love. Why is the King of Swords showing up here? I guess if he's an emperor, he would need to talk to an attorney before he offers love to anyone. Maybe he's going to go get somebody to look in on you. Offer love to the High Priestess. Okay, that seems nice. But I've got this on the bottom, and that bothers me. With all these scheming and scammings going on, it can mean an end of a cycle. What is his intentions for the High Priestess? To work with her? What are the intentions towards the High Priestess? We saw love. Oh. So maybe he's already had an Empress. Okay. So he's going to go see an attorney because he found out about the King of Wands reversed. And it's taking him some strength to leave this Empress out in the cold. But these two. So that's why he sees you as the Queen of Wands. He's had an Empress. Maybe currently married to his Empress. What about this Empress King of Wands? What were they doing? Am I reading that right? Were they a couple? Were they a couple? Were they together? The Queen of Wands. Oh. Oh. Not working on. Oh. It looks like the King and Queen of Wands and the Empress might have been in a partnership together. And he found out about it. The Emperor found out about it. He's left his Empress out in the cold. And he's called judgment on him. Okay, well, there's that mess. Maybe that's going on as well. Bunch of group people enjoying group activities. So, if an emperor should come in, which if he's having to do legal things and heal, I wouldn't expect to see anybody too soon. You should probably stay busy with your endeavors. We're going to get some advice for you. Empress, High Priestess. We're going to get some advice for you. What will my collective need to be doing? Focus it on. I don't even know if you knew about any of this stuff because the Empress really hasn't spoken. It's like everybody else is talking about the Empress, but the Empress really hasn't done much of anything. So let's find some more information on our Empress. Has all the tools. The moon is reversed in this. I'm going to flip it back up because she's not blind. She's brought a cycle to the end, and that's her wish come true. Okay, Empress. You're looking good in the cut. Let's see what you have to say out here on the table. Aye. Want to come out? Wish come true. All right. You're sitting in the Ten of Cups. You're pretty happy. Got what you need emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. Oh. Let's see. You're not sad. You may be going somewhere. And see, sometimes this reversals doesn't necessarily mean the exact opposite, like yes means no and that. This is not in your life at this time. Coupled with wish come true, I would say it would be not sad, not going off anywhere sorrowful. Let's go and read the rest of them that's here. Oh. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. The Emperor showed up again. Along with the Ace of Swords. Okay, your wish come true. You're not sorrowful. You're not leaving anywhere in sorrow. You're seeing the truth. You're cutting the good away from the bad. The Emperor wishes to marry. He sees you as self-sufficient. And he won't feel defensive of taking on the burden of an emperor. It's a true emperor. It's not much of a burden, right? So what can we get for our advice for our emperors? Dun, doo, 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 doo. Okay. You're going to have a lot of options as the Queen of Wands. Apparently, you're attractive to people. You're going to be working on your, you'll have many options. You'll be working on your projects. You'll have your wish come true. High Priestess. So, continue to work on your projects. Remain your Queen of Wands beautiful self. And it looks like the Emperor may be coming in after they heal, after they get their things sorted out. And it looks like you're in a pretty good position to be able to trust your intuition and you know what you're doing. So I don't know who all these other people are in your life or were or are. But it seems like there was a rumor about you. And if that does turn out to be the case, you should always seek professional advice on what you should do. In a case like that, I would seek professional legal and emotional support and find out what needs to be done. And good luck to you. This has been In the Wind Tarot. I'll be back for another one.